Hey guys, some more single issues. All but this one came out this week. I will take you quickly through it. It's Flash #1, it's Wonder Woman #1, it's Detective Comics 935, it's Aquaman #1, it's Action Comics 958. Harrow Country #13, Divinity II #3, Rye #14, and like I said, Invincible Iron Man #1. It's a timely comics reprint, the first 3 issues, written by Brian Michael Bendis. If you've read any Michael Bendis before, you know what his strengths are. I think he's a good storyteller and he has a good ear for dialogue. Yes, it's still stylized in a way, of course. It's not how real people talk. They're all witty and funny and bantering around, but I mean, it's fun to read. And I really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the art, especially in the first issue. It had like this James Bond blockbuster feel about it. It got a bit boring in the second issue. It picked up pace in the third one. So it's the 3 issues for $3. And it's fun. It's a fun comic. You should give it a try. All right, let's continue with Flash. So yeah, we have different Flashes going on. We have Wally Flash, Barry Flash, and another Wally Flash coming up, and there may be even more. There is a lot of confusion going on with Rebirth. We have different Clark Kents and Superman and Flashes, and I'm not really sure this does a good service to new readers, but I think editorial doesn't really care because they're about to cater to their audiences who already know the characters and like the characters. And you know, I like Barry, I really like the TV series, and I think in the TV series they can pull it off, this optimistic, naive, but also ironic thing, which makes for a very bright and positive feeling when watching it. And they tried to do this with a Rebirth relaunch. The talk was always like, yeah, we want to be more optimistic and more bright and colorful and blah blah blah. But up until now, I see that they're trying, but I don't see them succeeding in being this light-toned, optimistic universe. Um, for me, it's more about being nostalgic, being, you know, sorry for stuff that happened or didn't happen. It's very much backwards looking. So for me, optimism is always focused on the future. And right now, there is too much of reworking the past. There is a conspiracy going on. Where are the last 10 years? Who got them? There is this DC Rebirth set it up. There is a theory that 10 years are missing from DC continuity. This is all the stuff that happened in the New 52 world, but nobody can remember it. So this is a way to reintroduce great moments of DC continuity into the new continuity and saying somebody erased them out of this continuity. And we all know who it's supposed to be. Most of us are not happy with who the adversary is in the Rebirth universe. But yeah, let's get back to Flash. Did I like it? No, I didn't. It's just not well written. I'm really sorry to say. I really like the artwork by Di Giandomenico. The Italian artist is fantastic. I think. Look at this. He has a very loose line work, which fits the dynamic and super fast moving of the Flash. But I mean, everything is so thick, you know. The hero is such a hero all the time, and he's so good, and but he wants to be even better, and I don't think it does service to what the Flash could be as a concept. I don't find it to be very novel, because every hero is under pressure. Every hero wishes to do more than he is able to. I mean, you could say the same about basically every superhero out there. So it's not a very special thing, and I don't know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. He also calls himself a hero. Uh, and yeah, I think it's lazy writing. It's bland, lazy writing. It's good artwork, but I'm out of the Flash, and I'm really happy about it, because man, I can't afford all those bi-weeklies like Wonder Woman. Number one, it was really good. And I think I subscribed instantly when I heard that Greg Rucka is on board. And now I know that this will be something really good. I will show you some of the artwork by Liam Sharp. And it's fucking amazing. Look at this. Co-colored by Laura Orred. Or Laura Martin. Isn't she the same person? Laura Martin and Laura Orred? Probably not. Oh, I'm really sorry. So it's Laura Martin, and it's fantastic. It's super well written. It's introducing all the characters that are important. And I mean, this will be a little spoiler now, so look away if you don't want to be spoiled. And the artwork is fantastic. Check it out. Wonder Woman is one of the strongest releases, as we expected it to be. And as it was like before, I mean, Azarella's and Chang's run was fantastic. And it looks like Batman and Wonder Woman are the best new books of the Rebirth universe. Here we have Detective Comics, number 935. You know, I wasn't completely sold on the previous issue, but this one kind of intrigued me. It's still heavily overwritten. James Tynion IV is not the most subtle writer. The artwork is nice. Everything is very moody and dark and full of ads. I'm looking for a double page, but okay, here we have some. It's not the most spectacular one, but yeah, it's really I really like the artwork. So what's happening? A lot of talky like here, a lot of information, but it picks up pace, and towards the last pages it gets really into the action, and I loved it. The last few pages were really fun. You should check it out. I think if you weren't sold on the previous issue, like I wasn't, this is an improvement, and I think this can get really fun. Alright, Aquaman number 1, you know I like the Rebirth issue, and this is now the proper number 1, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good in a more, you know, standard superhero fair way. It's not something super special, especially not the art and the coloring. It's pretty standard average stuff. Not bad, but not really substantial either. The story's fun, and there is something to Dan Abnett's writing that I thoroughly enjoy. I can't pinpoint it because if I would tell you what this is about, it's like it's nothing special, but he makes it. He has a elegant way of introducing a plot, pairing it with a little bit of information, and make you turn the page. And I think this is a good thing, so give Aquaman a chance. this is probably not the best-selling relaunch, so he needs all the readers he can get. This is Action Comics by Dan Jurgens. Action Comics 958. I liked his first Action Comics, the number before that. But really, what's selling me on this series is the art of Patrick Zircher. I wasn't totally aware of him. I know he drew, I think, Cable and Deadpool back in the day, but I mean, this is like 200 years ago, and either he improved a lot, or I really can't pinpoint why I like him so much. I think it's the use of the blacks. Everything has a certain punchiness to it, and it's really a good fit for Superman, who's supposed to be like super strong and heavy. And look at those action pages. Yes, this issue is basically just one fight scene, but it's done so well. I enjoyed it very much, and I will be back for more action. Harrow Country number 13. This was like, I had so many superhero titles when I picked up my comics from my local comic store, and I was like, I shouldn't become like too obsessed with puerile and just superhero reading again. And I already got a bit tired with it after a few weeks, so I wanted to give a horror title a chance that I read about and that has a blurb on its cover: best ongoing title and best writer at the Ghastly Awards. So I was expecting it to be a bit more reader friendly, new readers friendly, because it's supposedly the start of a new arc, but this is very much in continuity of what happened before, and there is no recap page. It's just kicking off on second page, and I really don't get it. I could have been lured into really liking this if I knew what was going on, but like this, I didn't get anything out of it other than the art. I will show you a little bit of it. It's really, really nice, but I can't tell you anything about the story because I didn't understand it. Divinity number 2, Divinity II number 3 is a Valiant miniseries about omnipotent people who on a faraway planet get somehow infected by an alien life form, and they can basically change reality after that. And one is good, one is bad, and they're fighting it out, but in a very strange and meta kind of way, because if you can change reality, if you can travel in time, if you can do basically everything, it's not just exchanging punches. So it was a fun read. I'm eager to see how this wraps up with issue 4, but I think this will read a little bit better in trade form. And lastly, it's Rye number 14 by Valiant Comics, number 13, which is a perfect introduction to Rye if you wanna catch up. I would recommend that you get Rye 13 and then continue here. It's a really nice comic, nicely drawn or painted almost, and it's a world in itself. This is what I like about it. Yes, it is in a continuity. It is in a legacy, if you want. It's part of the big story of Valiant Comics, which starts, 10,000 years BC and goes into 4,000 years AD. And I really like that about Valiant, but I also enjoy that this is standalone comic, and this is a standalone story. So if you want to sample it, yes, 13 is an even better jumping on point, but this is also standalone story, so give it a chance. It's a really good series by Valiant. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back probably next week with more Rebirth and more single issues. Until then, have a good life. Bye bye.